Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Are you feeling well? If you're feeling well, don't forget to always grateful to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us healthy benefits in every day. Ijit Makarim here. I will accompany you all in 10 until 15 minutes from now. Don't go anywhere and please enjoy our podcast show today. In this opportunity, how you ever wonder life in the Pondok Pesantren and asking why is manager is so strict? Why Pondok Pesantren have so many roles? Is this school or prison? It's so strict. Why manager is one who taking care of Pondok Pesantren? Manager, usually called by Mudabir, is some people who make Pondok Pesantren be a terrifying place for a student who will be sent to Pondok Pesantren. And luckily, one of our guests today is one of manager in Pondok Pesantren Darunnajah Cipining. He will explain how management ins and out of Pondok Pesantren. So without any further ado, let's check it out. Assalamualaikum, Brother Aaron.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How is it going, brother?
Alhamdulillah, I'm feeling well and I'm feeling like $1 million
Like $1 million. I look you're confident.
Okay, thank you by the way.
Okay, maybe can you introduce yourself so our viewers can know how great and handsome you are?
Okay, so before I introducing myself, I wanna say many thanks to Darunnajah Cipining Production House for inviting me and giving me a chance to give an explanation to explain what is manager and house life in Darunnajah boarding school. And let me introduce myself. My name is Aaron Budi Sentosa and I'm student from 6th year class and I come from Bogor and I also a manager in Pondok Pesantren Darunnajah Cipining.
You came from Bogor, so it's near from here, right?
Yes, it's near from here because I live on the west side of Bogor.
So, as we know, you are a manager in Darunnajah Cipining. So, what's your division? Can you tell us?
So I am on the Central Language and Information Division right now.
How it feel, brother, to be a manager?
At first, it feels like a burden to me because first that you have to manage your time, but as time passes, day to days, month to month, and week to weeks, the feeling of being a manager is I'm getting used to it, and it is still time challenging because you really have to control your time very strictly in order that organization would be working properly.
So, what's your organization doing, by the way?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, my organization is doing fine right now, by the way. And currently, our organization is creating a report for our responsibility in a 1 year period.
That's mean you could say you want to step down, right?
Yes, correct. We want to step down and the organization will be managed by the class 5 or my junior.
Okay, maybe you have a few words to your junior as be a new manager or maybe like advice, yeah.
Okay, I have a few words for the new manager, especially class 5 in my boarding school, that as a manager you have to really control your emotion because when you be a manager it's really a tough time. So because the students have different approach and you have to adapt to their personalities. And the second that you have to keep spirit because I swear being a manager is not easy as you think. It is a very tough time and you have a lot of responsibility like that.
So after we have chit chat about your organization condition, and what do you think about organization, Brother Aaron?
What do I think about organization? So general understanding based on the Wikipedia that organization is a container for a group of people who work together to achieve certain or same goals.
I know it's generally understanding, but what do you think about it?
what do I think about it? That if I prefer to use analogy, can I?
Oh, all right, please.
Okay, so imagine that the goals of your organization is your journey or your
like a journey.
destination, and the organization itself is a vehicle, or we can say it is a motorcycle. So that vehicle will help you to arrive, to make you faster to your goals or your journey. But before that, there is four components in that motorcycle or that vehicle. The first is the driver, the components, the keys, and the motorcycle itself.
Oh,
So in order for the motorcycle to work properly, you need to have that four components: the driver, the keys, the motorcycle, and the machinery, so that the motorcycle will function properly and help you to go faster. That means in organization that all of the section must work together to make that organization working properly, so that you won't be exhausted, or if that motorcycle
I see.
wouldn't work, it's you have to walk to your just journey, and it's gonna be tiring and exhausting, and it's like that you work by yourself,
Oh,
working
yeah,
alone.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, like that.
Interesting. I think in your field, the relation is like relationship between each other, right?
Yes, correct. The organization is a relationship between each other, so you have to you need to have a good communication with your friend or your crewmates, and you have to have a good strategy. You have to create that strong relationship in order that the organization would not miscommunicate.
And we can do it by self, right?
Yes, correct.
And after the meaning of organization and something like that, what's the purpose of organization? Yeah, Brother Aaron.
Okay, so the purpose of the organization, or the general purpose, is organization in school is a place for students to improve their leadership skills, to make them have that leader spirit in their soul, in their body, and
Yeah.
to make them have a critical thinking, to create a solution for
Okay, so
every problems in life. Yes, that is the main purpose.
So, Brother Aaron, is that mean the what's organization inside the Pondok Pesantren and outside Pondok Pesantren is slightly different?
Not really though,
not really.
because the concept of organization in the Pondok Pesantren and in public school is the same. The main reason is the same: to make the students improving their leadership skills. What makes it the different is the environment. The environment of Pondok Pesantren is supporting the manager to manage, to control the organization fully, without any problems or anything, and that is very useful for the manager, so that they could use any kind of trick or something. And in the organization in the public school is the main problem, that is it is the time, because they only manage the organization not even half a days, and it is so complicated, and they not even running the agenda. It's still teacher that running the agenda, so the environment in public school not supporting them to do and to work in organization.
Yeah, I think in same way too now, cause as we know in the inside of Pondok Pesantren, we have to 24 hours to taking care of them and to guide them. Yeah, and it's heavy mandate from Mudabir, from
Yes,
manager.
correct.
And so, what's the role of the manager in the Pondok Pesantren? Is just a disciplinary enforcer or maybe something other?
No, it's the role of manager is not only as a disciplinary enforcer. It is everything. What I mean in everything, that the manager sometimes could be managing the every agenda of students. They have to keeping the facility to work properly. They have to help the principal of Pondok Pesantren to create that school to be interesting. And you have to be a teacher and a parents and disciplinary for the students, like that.
As you said, we have to be a teacher, we have to be parent, we have to be guide.
Yes.
But if you get a student who stubborn and can follow the rules, what's the correct attitude for manager to face them?
Okay, like I said before, you have to be a teacher and parents like them. That means that you have to be very patient, because the students have different personalities, and every student it's not gonna have same approach. What I mean is, there are stubborn, there are the one who follow the rules, there are the one who broken the rules. But commonly, if the student broken the law for the first time, we advise them, and we advise them so that they understand why they must not broken the law. And if the student broke the law for the second time, we have to punish them and to advise them again.
Okay, advice.
Yes, advice is very important. And if the third time they do it again, they broken the rules, they have to be punished. We have to upgrade the punishment, and we have to advise them again, so that they have to understand why they must not broke the rules.
So the important thing for this what problem is, we have to always advise them.
Yes, correct. We have to always advise them for everything they do, for everything in their life, because what we do to them, what we advise, would make them what they are in the future, like that.
So because if we always punish them without advice, maybe it make them their heart is getting like a heart, like a rock. They can hear our advice, and maybe he will be broke the rules again.
Yes, because as you know, if you have to advise your student. Why? Because if you only punish them, they would only rebelling more against you, and it is only gonna make them have that rebel personalities, and it is bad for them and for their future. So that is the main reason why we have to advise them, that they would not broken the law and understand why the law is created for them.
So brother Aaron, the next what's there is in the Pondok Pesantren, there is a teacher, isn't it?
Yes, there is a teacher.
So what the role of the teacher in the Pondok Pesantren, in the organization, especially in the organization, and why not teacher who's hold the all aspect of the student and maybe manage their daily life? Why is manager who's taking them?
Okay, so first is, like I said before, that organization is a place for the students to improve their skills, and that's why the student is the one who taking care. And what's the task or job for teacher in organization? They act as a manager. The role of the teacher is a supervisor for the manager. If the manager punish the students in a wrong way, the supervisor will correct them to make the manager punish the students or advising the student in a correct way, in a correct manner, so the manager won't be misguided by the wrong act that they do, and that is very helpful for them. And the other thing that the teachers do is teaching in class.
Yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, cause if we are as a manager in the wrong way, we can need some help to our teacher.
Yes, because manager is also human, and
Yeah,
human make mistakes time and time, mistake by mistake, but we always learn to be more good, more to be more
Better.
understanding, because as you know, we have to be an example for the students.
So in conclusion from this conversation is the being manager is a noble task and heavy-minded, but in other side it's the best education too, cause as we know, be a manager is upgrade our leadership skill,
Yes, correct.
and maybe we can manage our life is better than other.
Yes.
So, Brother Aaron, do you have a few word, the last word to new manager, maybe especially to your junior, right? Can you tell them?
Okay, so I have a last word for them, and as a new manager, I just want to tell you one more thing. Again, you have to control your emotion. I swear, it is a very common mistake that the manager would be angry at the students because they don't control their emotion. And one thing that class 5, you have to keep spirit and don't lose your confidence, because this organization is 1 year at your life, and it is the most important thing. And I hope you finish your graduation, you finish your education and graduate in this school.
So, to the viewers who will be a manager, please to be a good manager and who can become a uswatun hasanah to student, and maybe it's time over, Brother Aaron. Okay, to our viewers, the last word for me is be a good manager and become a manager who can be uswatun hasanah. Okay, maybe enough for me. I hope this useful to you all. Thanks for watching, and last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yajid Makarim out.